matches. April 4th at 8 a.m. Trying to get into big city Staten Island right now. It's just about there. And I think I'm going to be the only guy on duty, actually. This is going to be fun. Alright. Alright. Get to go in here and do the good stuff here. Alright. It's just a fucking wonderful feeling. So, I think so. I'm on duty. I don't care how that looks. As long as I'm in uniform and I got all my shit, I don't care about fancy clothing, fucking side leg holsters and all that horse shit. I don't care. I don't fucking care about that. I care about fucking living. Don't make it optional for them. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make it optional. It is what it is. Okay? When the light turns green, don't go anywhere. Let the other traffic go and then make a right turn. All right. Don't go anywhere. Let the other traffic go. Now turn right. How you doing? I'm Officer Steele with the NYPD. I need to see your license, your registration, and proof of insurance, please. You're pretty new to town? How old are you? How old are you? You're close to 50 years old? Okay. And the last time that you drove your vehicle, did you just run through red lights like that? You ran 2 red lights. 2 red lights. And you no. That's obvious. No, they were red. That's why all the other traffic was stopped. That should be your first indicator, right? So go ahead and show me your ID. Press your K muscle, then go to other, and then let me see your ID. Thank you, Mr. Dempsey. What was that, Jack? Jim Dempsey. Okay, stay here in your vehicle. Turn your engine off if it's not already off. Keep your hands up on the wheel. Do not get out of your vehicle. I'll be right back. There's lag. It's fucking lagging. Alright, so Mr. Dempsey, I'm going to cite you for running the 2 red lights. If you would have run a 3rd red light, I was going to take you to jail for reckless driving. You understand that? You are on the verge of going to jail. Do you understand? Okay. Alright, I'm having a little problem with my ticket machine here. It is a busy day. It's very busy. Yeah, that's Alright, so there's 2 charges of running a red light. There's no jail time. The fine is a total of $1,000. Yeah. Did you get that? Did you get a charge on your phone, maybe? If not, okay. If not, you're gonna get that in the mail. All right. You get a letter in the mail. All right. All right. Alright, since all the traffic behind me has stopped, it's clear for you to go ahead and take off. Have a good day. Here's your license back, by the way. Here's your information back. Alright, have a good day. 88 TBS 992. 88 TBS 992. Go ahead for Charlie 6. I'm code 4. I'm at the intersection of Decker and San Andreas Avenue. I was on a 1067 when you were coming on duty. 10-4. And Charles 6 is responding to the shots fired. Adams Apple Boulevard. Charles 6 on scene. It's going to be in the area of the car sales. Actually, the middle of the street, the car sales. There's no one here. I'm going to drive around the back of the car dealership. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Stop. 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 Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Stop. Yeah. I've got... This is 1 Charles 6. I'm behind the dealership. I got 2 subjects here. One with pink hair, red, white, and blue shirt. Camouflage blue shorts. I just need 1 officer, code 2 over here. Come around the back. Come around the back from Adams Apple, please. Stop. You're talking too loud, man. Hey, you're talking too loud. You're talking too loud. You're talking too loud. You're talking too loud. You're yelling. Okay. Alright, now, stop. Yeah. Sir in the leather jacket, go with my partner. Go with my partner in the vest. Go with him. The guy, the black beanie, go with my partner. Talk to him about what took place. You, sir, in the pink shirt. Come over here, please, and talk to me. Pink hair. Pink hair. Pink hair. So, what were you telling me? There was a gunshot out there in the middle of the street that we're trying to investigate. And I came over here, you and your... Yeah. Yeah, that's the shooting range, sir. That's why that's happening. But this... Oh, okay. Alright then. Alright. Do you have any weapons on you right now? Go ahead and do what? What? Okay. Walk over here by the wall. Right over there. Stand up. Face the wall. There you go. Right there. Face closer. Go closer. Alright, right there. Okay. This is going to be temporary, what I'm going to do right now. Okay. This is just temporary. Alright. For my safety and yours, I'm going to put you in handcuffs until I search you. Yeah, that's all it is. You said you gave me consent. Okay. For my safety and yours. Alright. Here you go. Alright, so just let me... You said I can search you, is that correct? Yes? Okay, okay, alright. Alright. Cell phone. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, alright. $1,000. Alright, good. Good. How long you been in the city? Alright. What kind? Yeah. Well, what was alright. Give me just a second, please. Okay. Just hold on. What's up, Steve?
Yeah. My speakers just quit.
Your speakers?
Yeah.
The Bluetooth ones?
Yes, Dad.
The color ones. Okay, they just quit?
Yes.
They were working and then they quit.
Yes.
Okay, so you gotta try your Bluetooth again. Take it out of your computer and put it back in. And then try to...
I've done all that already, dude. I've done all that.
Okay, what are you telling me? Get to the bottom. Get to it. What are you telling me, Steve?
I need to take them back to Best Buy.
Okay. Okay, what time do they close tonight?
9.
9, okay. Alright. Alright. I'll pick you up at 7 instead of 9 o'clock, okay?
Nah, don't worry about it. I'll wait until tomorrow. I'm not worried about it. I'll go on Friday.
What do you mean, Steve? Do you want to do it right now?
I'll go until 7 o'clock.
Do you want to go now?
No, Dad, I don't want to go now either. Definitely don't want to fucking go now.
Okay, so you want to go with me tomorrow then? Because you got your headset, right?
I'll go with you tonight. I'll take care of my speakers at a different time.
What time, so? What time do you want to do it?
Dad, Jesus Christ. What time did you tell me last night?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not hearing you because of fucking bullshit going on. God damn it, man. Sir, you're free to go. Hold on a second. Hold on, Steve. Sir, you're free to go. I'm not going to hold you here. I was just talking to you. You were free to go. You're not detained. Go ahead and go. Yeah, I got something I got to do real quick. This one, Charles 6, I'm going to be off comms 1063. I'm going to remain here at the dealership on code 4. Okay, Steve.
What?
I'm just going to get a little confused of what you're telling me because you're telling me 3 different things, okay? All right?
Hey, forget what I said about the speakers. Fuck the speakers. Okay? Never mind.
Your headset works, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Steve. I'm sorry that it quit. All right? So you want to take them back. And if you don't want to do it today, okay. If you want to do it today, let me know. I got something that I'm going to...
I don't want to do it with you. Because you won't let me come home and actually put it together if I go with you.
How is that? How is that, Steve?
Because you'll want to go get your shit done. I understand that. That's why I don't want to do it with you. So 9 o'clock is fine.
I can come and get you like at 2 o'clock, take you over there, have you get the new ones, and then take you back to your house.
Fine, Dad. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. All right, Steve. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, buddy. All right. All right, Steve.
Then they just started working again. Yeah, there they go. I restarted my computer.
There you go, Steve. All right. I'm glad they're working, buddy. I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, buddy. I love you, man.
I love you too. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. This one, Charles 6. I'm back on comms at the dealership. Code 4. So what's up? Okay. All right. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad we know what's going on now. All right, partner. No. When they were talking to me together, they were both telling me what you just told me. They were both saying that, but one of them was really super loud. Super loud, man. Yeah. Yeah, and the guy I was talking to consented to a search. And so I searched him. I just searched him real quick. He didn't have any weapons on him. He had $1,000 and was trying to get a vehicle here, I guess, put a payment down. And those guys are innocent, so we're good. We'll just keep looking out for that guy you described, okay? Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. You said red and orange leather jacket. Okay. All right, partner. Okay. Yeah. This is 1 Charles 6. I'll take the cadet. Get in, bud. Get in. Get in, cadet. All right, get in now. Go ahead. There you go. All right. Identify yourself. Cadet. What's your name, cadet? I don't recognize your voice. Oh, Andrew. Andrew, right? You need 1 more hour, Andrew? 1 more hour? Alright, alright. So let's I've been alright. Let's review what we taught you a couple nights ago, okay? So on a traffic stop, what's one of the first things you want to do when you, let's say you pull somebody over, you're still in your car, what do you do before you get out of your car? You got to make sure you tell dispatch where you're at, okay? Alright, yeah, so... Alright, so where are we at right now? Without looking at your GPS, where are we at right now? Yeah, the GPS, where are we at right now? Strawberry, okay. What direction are we facing? East, okay? And to our left, if east is straight ahead, to our left is what? North or south? It's north. North is to our left if we're facing east. You are. If you were talking before I said that, then yeah, you are cutting out. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So what do you think? What do you think, Keys? Do you think you're ready to go on probationary and go out on patrol on your own? Yeah. It was 3 hours, yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, yeah. Very good. All right, so so what you want to do, what I recommend you do is work on those that are, do you have the list that has the 10 codes and about 8 of them are in bold black lettering? Yeah, learn those first, okay? Learn those first. Right. And if you don't know a 10 code, by all means speak plain English, okay? There's no one here that's gonna say, hey, you don't know your 10 codes, you can't go on duty here. There's no one here that's gonna do that. After a while, are you expected to learn 10 codes? Yes. I have 10 codes elsewhere other than here in out of my head. that I use that I'm not going to get mixed up with the ones here because it'll get me in trouble. So I know some of the basics here, and the rest of it, it's going to be plain English. But yeah, people like to hear you talk. They like to hear you talk with the 10 codes and all that, trying to keep it RTO. Do you know the rule about RTO? How many officers? RTO, radio traffic only. You don't talk about your dog. You don't talk about what you had for dinner. Some people want to do that. Strictly to the job, right? So you're on a traffic stop, you're in a pursuit, you're getting shot at. All of those things are RTO. What you had for dinner, what your dog just did, someone called you on the phone and told you, what you did last Thursday, all of that crap, all of that stuff, all of that talk is not RTO. Which you get it, you understand. I know you do. Alright. Alright. Bang! I just got shot in the head. Where are you? Okay. Alright. What's that bridge right there? What direction are we from the bridge? And what is that street that bridge is going over the road, over the river? What is that? So we're behind the industrial building. What's it, Popular Avenue, right? Okay, so we're Popular and Capitol. I'm behind the industrial building on the northwest corner behind the industrial building. My partner's been shot. Right? Okay, so you got to know where you're at. You got to know where you're at. You got to know quick. Because some of the stuff that this tells you, like we're Olympic Freeway, if you say Olympic Freeway, East Olympic Freeway, La Mesa, they think you're on the freeway, right? Looking at the GPS, right? Okay. No. We're in La Mesa is the district over here. This is La Mesa, right? So this is Capitol Boulevard. Look at the map. Look at the map. You see that where we're facing right now? That bridge is Capitol Boulevard. So we are behind the industrial building, behind the northwest corner of Capitol and Popular, behind the industrial building. If you say that, they should be able to look at the map and know where you're at. But if I'm shot, put out your panic button, okay? I was waiting for you to tell me that. Put out your panic button if I'm shot, okay? That way. Okay, so it's okay. Let me put out a thing real quick here. Okay. This 1 Charles 6 panic button alert is going to be a test only for cadet. Copy. All right, go ahead. It's bring up your chat in the computer on the laptop, and you do a /P. All right. All right. Now what I want you to do, now hold on. Now what I want you to do is I want you to get on the radio and identify yourself, and you say the panic button. You say this is, give your call sign and say the panic button that just went off is a test only. Okay, just say it. Go ahead and say that. Yeah, 2 Bravo 50, right? Is that right? Okay, 55. All right. All right. Let me see. Let me see. It's gone. It's gone already. There's a tone there, but I don't see the panic button because I'm already there. I guess it goes off when they come over here. It's already off. Is that? Do we have state police on? Let me check real quick. My gosh, these guys are crazy. Look at this. Alright. Charles 6 to dispatch. Is there a way to cancel the panic button? 10-4. Okay, there you go. They canceled it. Oh, I want to learn how to do that, and you learn also, okay? Alright. I don't know, but I'm going to find out, and I'll let you know, okay? Now, they understand I'm with you. They got it. It's alright. It's all good. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's alright. I honestly don't know that, and I should, so, yeah. I didn't. That panic button is not brand new, but I think I've only used it once. But now you have an idea, right? I mean, if you get shot at, when you get out of the car, it's, you know, if you're getting shot at and then you're trying to look at your map, right? It's kind of a unsafe kind of thing to do, right? Right? So just like when you're on a traffic stop, you might think that, oh yeah, this guy's cooperative with me, there's no problem. You don't know that because you're not searching the guy, so you don't know what you got, right? I mean, right? I mean, they were calling it. Technically, they were calling. I was referring to traffic stops as unknown and known risk. For unknown risk would be the regular. And the known risk would be the people that you pull over on a felony stop, because obviously you committed a felony, a violent felony. You want to be safe about it, right? When you're off probationary and you're a PO1, if you find a way of doing something that you're expected to do while you're on duty, you find a better way of doing it to reach the same goal, right? Then go ahead and do that, but it's got to be within the parameters of the SOP. Sometimes you got to think out of the box, and not everything is going to be by the book. Okay, I mean, doing everything by the book is in a perfect world. Okay. Do you think you can drive, Mr. Keys? You did? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Grove gas station, and we're going to switch, and I want you to fill the gas tank up, and then we'll jump back in. Okay. I got to run in and get some food. You want to do the same thing? That's cool. Do you know how to lock the car? Okay, so the tilde key on the laptop here in our car, the tilde key is going to be the key that'll lock your car when you get out of it. All right. First thing when you get back in your car, lock it, put your seatbelt on. You know how to put your seatbelt on? Okay, alright. Alright, so this is what I do. I only come to this gas station when I'm getting gas, because if you're not getting gas, you want to park over here in these spots over here. Or what you can do is back into these spots right here, right? But I like to be able to see what's all around me. You know, when I'm getting in my car. Safety purposes. That's a good question. With this thing here, what I do is I just drive my car for a few minutes, and then I make my way to a gas station. So you see the tan there? You see on the right bar there on the GPS? You see the tan little block there? I think that's fuel. And I think everything that's red between that and the black bar is how much gas is in the car, I think. So let's try that. Come around to this side of the car and put gas, and let's check that out. Put my stuff away since we have enough officers on it. Oops. It's not done yet. Does it say good? Yeah, yeah. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. Get in, get in. We gotta go. We gotta go. Get in, get in, get in, get in. Where's he at? Where's he at? Juan Charles 6+1 en route. How you doing? How's it going? We're gonna go to that, sir. We're gonna take off to that. Come on, partner. Come on, partner. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Steel's here. We got a guy running around the back. Got a guy getting into a car. This is Juan Charles 6. I got a guy running around the back of the store. He's getting into a car right now. It's an old, looks like a Ford Falcon. Sir! He's taking off on me. He's taking off on me. Let's go. Let's go, partner. For yes. Charles 6 code 0. Yeah, 10-4. 2 Bravo 55. Meet me down in lobby 2. I'm headed to lobby 1 in the TS app. Pull up the thing here and ask you some questions and then give you credit for the hour. to work today. Well, I'm off IOD from work. I fell in 2017 and I tore up my back and I hurt my neck again. That was you that I was talking to a couple nights ago. Yeah, so I tore up my neck when I fell at work. I fell. I hit my head, my wrist, my right wrist, my right elbow, both of my shoulders, my neck, and my lower back. I tore them up. So, no, that one was in 2012, but I finally went to the doctor for that. Like, well, the symptoms from that lingered from, they built up, they progressed from December of 2012 through the summer of 2014. It got worse and worse. It was like taking ibuprofen and then going to my doctor and getting muscle relaxer because I didn't know what the hell it was. And the way I was describing it, he was medicating per what I was describing. But in 2015, I knew that I had come back to work too early from what took place, and I knew that that doctor telling me that what happened to your neck didn't happen overnight. It was a period of time that that this took place, and that was the only thing that was the only thing that was any trauma to my neck was that fall. But at work, they pulled me aside, and it was a lieutenant and two sergeants talking to me, and they were like, well, you don't have an update from your doctor about what's going on with you. I said, look, I fell, I hurt my neck, and things got worse as time went on. I finally went to the doctor. They finally did an MRI and found that pressing on my spinal cord, and I was coming close to being paralyzed. I was telling them the aftermath and everything I had learned from it, right? And they said, well, you got to go to the doctor and get an update for us. And I said, okay, I don't know, I have a problem doing that. But what that doctor told me was, the neurosurgeon told me, if the symptoms are not gone after 3 years, which I'm well past the 3-year mark, you're going to have those symptoms for the rest of your life. But they pulled me aside like in 2000. It was May of 2015 when they pulled me aside. I had just made the report for the workman's comp. But you have to do it. They expect you to do it. If you fall, even if you think you're okay, no, let's just take you over there and get a doctor to take a look and let you come back to work. They do that all the time to people, you know what I mean? So I've had, from work, I've had my head stapled. I've had a head injury. I had my head stapled back. I was bleeding all over. I've broken my ankle. I've tore up my elbow and my right wrist. The elbow was like a year in to the job. I tore up my elbow at training. I had that Tommy John surgery where they put the ulnar nerve. It's like the point of your elbow, right? And then go to the inside with your fingers. There's a nerve there, the funny bone nerve, right? Well, what they did is, you see that inside point of your elbow? They put that nerve around the top of that. So it's on the inside of my elbow and not the outside, okay? Because what happened was, when I tore my elbow up, they were giving me cortisone shots, but they could only do so much. So I started feeling better enough to go back to work, where I had some strength. And I went back to work. And it was October of 98 until May of 99. And I worked from May of 99 until August of 2000. And in that job that I did there, it was turning, left and right, a big skeleton key to open up a sliding door. I was working on a loading dock, okay? I didn't have to pull and push on anything heavy, none of that stuff, okay? And it was good. I thought it was good. But what it was doing, it was aggravating the hell out of that nerve. When all the tendons healed back, they tightened up around that nerve. So that was the cause. That was the reason why I had to have that surgery. The doctor told me there's no other way around it. But this doctor, man, he was a good doctor too, a Japanese doctor. He's a doctor that did surgery on, who was that guy, man? James Worthy. He worked on James Worthy's knees back in the 80s. James Worthy was a basketball player in the 80s. Yeah, with basketball player with the LA Lakers back when Magic Johnson and back when the Lakers were just awesome. Just yeah. But yeah, it's so many things. And the training thing, it was my old FTO from the first jail. So what you do is you simulate like an inmate on top of you, and then you're underneath him, so you're lifting your hips off of him and you're trying to throw him off of you, right? So me being as big as I am and him almost not quite the size, he's like 6'5", I'm 6'8", I'm 290, he's about 265 or something like that. So he couldn't throw me off, so he turned, and when he rolled his body, my hand was planted firmly on the ground, like you're not going nowhere. But he rolled, and I heard 3 pops in my elbow, and that was the tendons messing up. And then my elbow swelled up as big as my knee. I knew something was wrong. Yeah, and just like an hour before, about an hour and a half before, someone else blew out their knee, and it was just because you're going 75% when you're doing this, right? You got to do it. Like in football, right? You know, you train hard, you practice hard, you play hard, right? It's the same thing here, and it's one of those things where if you're in a police academy, the academy wasn't the academy for me, but they take you through a use of force in the academy, that the corrections officer academy, but then they send you back to it again to reaffirm what you can do, what your options are, right? Everybody goes through it. But some people get hurt, some don't. Some people are just muscular, just built like bodybuilders. Some people are. I had a sergeant that was big as Reggie White from the Packers. He was just a huge guy, sergeant. I can't believe that I'm not remember his name. He was very firm with his words and didn't care who or what anyone didn't like about him or what he said. He just said it. You know what I mean? And that's what I liked about people like that, like a Sergeant Duran. All of those sergeants that were on patrol in the 80s and the early 90s were now working in the jail to finish up their career and go on to something else. I loved it. I loved it, man. You could all tell that they were all patrol officers from in the sheriff's department from the 80s. You can tell because there was a certain mindset. Okay, it was don't put up with anything, like the riots. Okay, I'll give you an example. In the riots in 1992, the deputies were riding 5 cars in a convoy in the 5 deep. When I saw that, I was with the National Guard, and what they were doing is they were going over to protect the fire department that were being shot at. They were protecting the fire department. They were rolling with the fire department. Some of them were to keep the fire department from getting shot at. Yeah, so people were setting the city of Los Angeles on fire. Mainly some of the poor communities were set on fire. I don't think Beverly Hills or West LA was affected, but down in, I guess, what people refer to as the ghettos, they were burning up their gas stations, they were burning up their grocery stores, the drug stores, they were looting the clothing stores, and it just made a mess for people, you know? Well, what they were pissed because the four officers that were beating up on Rodney King were found not guilty. So, because they did it up in Van Nuys, that's like the upper north of Los Angeles was Van Nuys. They tried him up there in Van Nuys, and then they retried him, and they were found guilty. Yeah, they retried him, and they were found guilty. They tried him up north, and what they were describing as the mainly predominantly white people living up there, so there was no one from the ghettos that were experiencing stuff. It was all the people that have perfect lives and all that kind of stuff. So that's what they were blaming, why they were found, because of where they tried them. And if they were to try them all down there in Compton and get jury duty people down there in Compton, it would have been a different thing. But I think where they tried the officers was up there where the incident took place, so that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think I think they pulled him over now. Van Nuys is just north of L.A. Just like it's in L.A. County. Van Nuys is in L.A. County. It's in the. But if you want to go to Van Nuys through Los Angeles, you got to go through L.A. to get to Van Nuys northbound, right? So just to give you an idea, but anyway, yeah. Let me get your thing done real quick here. Let me see. Add hours. Tell me those things that we responded to when we were on that ride along. Now it's a shots fired, right? So it was a shots fired, 2 shots fired calls, right? And then it was a robbery down there on Innocence, right, where a guy in an older vehicle. Right, so the guy was in an older looking Ford Falcon from the 60s car, and he took off, drove off as we pulled up, and then we code zeroed is what I'll put in there, okay? All right. Did you really? We weren't even going that fast. We were going from the back of the store to the. I stopped at the street, and you flew through the windshield. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Okay, looks like 2. Let me see here. So 2 hours. That's 2, 3.5, 3.5, 6.5, 6 3/4. Okay, and then 6 3/4, 9 3/4, 10 3/4 hours is what we got right now. That's what I count for you right now. Did someone not put your timing? No, they didn't put it in here. They didn't put that in here. Can you, Chris Marshall? Okay. Hour and 15 minutes. Let me check Discord, see if it's in there. doesn't mention it. Last time he was in Discord yesterday saying anything, I was at 11 a.m. and he was talking to Ivan, a sergeant. Wow, okay. Yeah, message him and ask him if he minds if I add it, and I add it. Let me, he's already in the city right now. Yeah, message him in TeamSpeak and ask him if Rock Steel can enter the hours for him in the MDT and on the sheet. Yeah. Got that done. Gotta go to sheets. He's in platoon 255. Andrew Keys. Wait a minute. It's not there anymore. Okay, okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, now I see it. What's his number, Chris? Yeah, he put in 1 hour and a quarter yesterday for you. Yeah, so he did put the hours in. I just don't see him in on the MDT. I'm gonna put your hour in right now. So 15. 1 Charles 06 1 hour 3 21. You know what, Andrew? It shows you having, let's see, 1 1/4 hours on 320. Yeah, he did it. He did do it. So right now I put an hour and it shows you have 12 hours right now, okay? It just doesn't show you 12 hours in the, let me check the MDT one more time, but according to this, 12 hours on the Google Sheet are 12 hours, okay? So good for that, okay? Let me check. I'm going to really fix this for you, okay? I'm going to do what I can to get you recognized as you're done. And let me ask you a couple more questions if you don't mind, okay? You're in a pursuit. It's a car that didn't pull over for you after running 2 traffic lights, okay? That's the reason why you were going to pull them over. You get the license plate number, and you give it out to dispatch. They run it, and it comes back to an owner, the current registration. There's no bolos for the car. The guy is not wanted. They give you the name, and the guy just takes off on you. Way too dangerous for you to follow. Actually, are you going to follow the guy, or are you going to break off? And what are you going to do when you break off? Okay, good. And then put it out to everybody on the radio, right? Okay, good, good, good. Now, what if it goes up north out of the city? What are you going to do? The state police, right? So if they're in the dispatch in the TS app, okay, then you have someone that you can tell, right? You can either switch to their channel, to their frequency, and tell them, okay? Or if you have a whisper set up, you can set it up for their channel and identify yourself and tell them the type of vehicle, the make and model of the vehicle, the color of the vehicle, the license plate number of the vehicle, if you know all that information, okay, and tell them that this car is headed up north through the LSPD tunnel at a speed 150 miles per hour. Get right to it, okay? So, black Ferrari GTB, occupied one time, 150 miles per hour through the LSPD tunnel going to you guys. Northbound Los Santos Freeway. That's it, right? It's like a broadcast, which we don't do here, but we should. We should like stop all traffic for broadcast is what we should do. To talk to everybody at one time. We should do like a broadcast, which would be realistic and it would be more immersion that way. You know what I mean? All right, so you're right. You get into the pursuit and it's too dangerous. Call the pursuit. If you have the license plate number, that's great. Put it out to the to dispatch if you can. Okay. What if this car makes a turn and you're going too fast to make the turn, but you try anyway and you sideswipe a civilian vehicle? What do you do then? Right. All right, very good. Do you know how, and type it to me in TeamSpeak, do you know how to put somebody in the ER for 200 minutes? Type it to me. His ID is 161. /ER space 161 space the hospital. What is this? Yeah. ID, the time, the hospital. When you press /ER, it comes up and tells you the format that it wants. Okay. Let's say that it's /ER, ID, time, hospital, reason. So go ahead and type it to me. Right, so I'm going to show you. So you're clear on it. Okay, so, and it's okay. We're fine. Let's switch to the. Do we have PD channels anymore? Let's move to the police training room. Okay. Hospital 4. Okay, so yeah, yep. Now Central Hospital, I know what that is. Officers know what that is. In the format, it'll tell you the name of the hospital, but it'll give you a number designation for it. Okay. So it'll either be pillbox. It's like it's pillbox, or it's Crusade, I think it is, or there's one up in the northern ritzy area of the city. And then there's one in Sandy Shores and one up in Paleto. Okay? Alright. So you know how to do that. You know how to follow the thing there. Shot 2 times in the chest. Very good. Okay? And you want to give them an appropriate time. Very good. Okay, so when you see it, Keys, Andrew, you're going to follow the format. You'll be fine. Alright? Next thing, how do you type in this training room? How do you let me show you what I did. This is what I wrote for my That's an invalid command. Okay, I guess you can't do this /ER. It doesn't want you doing that in TeamSpeak. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So yeah. Type to me how you. How do you cuff somebody if you're pointing your taser at them? What do you do? Good. Very good. Okay. How do you lock your car? Tilde key. All right. Do you know how to use the phone and call the police? If you call the ambulances when you're the police, how do you call an ambulance? F3, right? It brings up your phone, right? And then you left arrow to favorites and press enter, and then you go down to ambulance and press enter, and then you put in the what's going on, right? Now, when they get the call, when they act the call, they're going to know exactly where it's at, right? So you want to be descriptive if the person is knocked out or the person is injured. It's important because they know how they need to respond, okay? Someone sprained their ankle, they might roll code 3, they might not. They might roll code 2. Someone who got hit by a car, they're going to roll code 3 all the way, okay? I'm not saying that it will change them, writing code 2 or code 3, but I'm saying be descriptive and quick to the point with your message. Because you'll notice how people's messages when they call the police, right, for the MDT, when you go look at the call, it's cut off, right? And that's because people start off with blah, blah, blah that doesn't really matter, and then when they get to what they're trying to say, it's already, it doesn't count anymore because we can't see it, right? All right. Okay, so you know how to /P for the panic button. When using force, what kind of classification is someone who does not recognize your presence, doesn't follow your verbal commands, but doesn't try to pull away from you when you go to put your hands on them? Well, how would you describe that? Let's say you go to the 24/7, you walk in there and you tell a guy to do something, he doesn't do it, but when you go to walk up on him and grab him, to drag him, he doesn't try to pull away from you and fight you. So there's a classification for that. What is that? Okay, so do you have your SOP? All right. Right. Got a passive resistor here at the 24/7. Can I get 1 unit 1085? Right. You don't know what the problem is, right? And if it's a call where you need to sweep the entire store, but you haven't done that yet, but you've encountered this person, you still need to check the rest of the store, right? So you call your 1085, right? Okay. All right. If I'm being too technical or you think I'm doing something that you don't think you need to know, let me know, okay? So I can further explain it. Okay, so obviously you're not going to have this in front of you when you're trying to describe somebody, okay? But what you can do is you identify yourself. I need unit 1085 for an aggressive combative subject, and then give your location. Even though you've hit your panic button, okay? If you hit when you hit your panic button, if you still want to give your location, there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't hit your panic button, if you call for 1085, say your location anyway. Even if people know exactly where you're at, say it anyway, because again, someone else might come on duty and not be aware of radio traffic before they actually go on duty, right? So get used to saying I do that. Okay. And when I go 1098 from a traffic stop, I always give my location of that last traffic stop so they know. If I don't talk anymore, well, where was he last at when he talked on the radio? He was at the corner of Innocence and Strawberry. Okay, good. Now we know where to look, right? To start off at. Yeah. Okay. So the non-combative is 1, 2, and 3. The combative is does not attempt to harm the officer. Okay, so this guy, active resistor, he moves away. He doesn't follow your commands, and he pulls away from you and takes a fighting stance, but hasn't tried to do anything to you. So he's an uncooperative person that's about to get combative. Just say you got an uncooperative subject. I need 1085's Innocence and Strawberry. I need code 3 backup. Right? Just say it. Just say it. Plain English. You know, all these codes and shit. I got one subject at gunpoint who I believe just robbed a 24/7 on Innocence. Can I get a 1085, please? Right? And tell the 1085 I got one at gunpoint. I need to get this guy cuffed, and then we still need to sweep the store. Right? Be informative. If you go to a bank robbery, okay, and you arrest someone that you think is a suspect, they run out and they have the money on them and all that kind of stuff, don't assume that there's nobody else inside. Okay, the bank still needs to be cleared. Okay, it's an automatic thing. All right. What did we talk about a couple nights ago? Robbery. I can't teach robbery. When you go to a robbery, you go code 3, turn your code 3s off about 3 blocks away, and turn your code 2s off when you're about a block away, and do not drive up to the front of the store, right? Okay. Right. How many doors do you think there are to cover on the 24/7? Yes. So you assume. You don't know. Some shops you don't know. So, you know, you could do that on patrol. Go to every one of the, in the city, go to every one of the 24/7s. When you make, you know, your probationary thing, go to every one of the 24/7s and try to get out the back door. You know what I mean? For your own knowledge, right? For your own knowledge. And then when you go to the store and you're the first one there, you say, you identify, hey, 2 Bravo 55, I'm at the front. Can I get a unit to the back? I need 2 more 1085s to my robbery call, and give your location. Okay? You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it, Andrew. All right. So, do you have any questions about anything we talked about? So, okay. Like if someone is questioning you in court, let's say you go to court here in the community, right? You go to court and you say, well, what made you put your hands on this person? All right. So you say, well, we have subject classification, and he was a passive resistor. He didn't follow my commands, but when I went to put my hands on him to get control of him, he didn't pull away. That's why he's a passive resistor. That's why when he didn't follow my commands and I went to put my hands on him, I had to cuff him at that time because I did not know what he had on him, didn't know if he was a threat, didn't know if he was a suspect or an innocent bystander at that time. So for my safety and his, I secured him in handcuffs. There you go, right? Right? So, active resistor. He didn't follow my verbal commands. When I went to put my hands on him, he pulled away, started running away. So I tased him. Right? And when you can refer to your SOP, yeah, this is what they teach, right? So this is why you did it, right? Exactly. Okay? This is how you do it for the robbery. This is what I'll tell you, because you haven't had the robbery training yet, correct? A few. Okay, so you've gone to them, right? You've gone to the robberies. Okay, in the city, in this community city. You've gone to a couple robberies. Okay, when they teach you the robbery, there's something for several officers to do. Some are going to make contact. Some are going to pull up. Some are going to put out spike strips. According to the SOP, some are going to put out spike strips and some are going to check the perimeter. Okay? And just try to set up so that if the guy takes off in a car, we have officers in the car. All of this stuff that you're going to be taught about robbery, about how they want it done, I can't teach. Okay? But all I can tell you is read the SOP and be familiar with it so that when you go to the class, you're familiar if someone asks a question and you have your SOP pulled up. Good for you. Okay? I mean, I suggest you pull it up on your phone if you want to and just have it handy. If they ask you a particular question about robbery, I would hope that they're referring to the SOP. Okay? Now, granted, just like the felony stop, going to a robbery, there's all kinds of different things going on. When I went to a robbery the first night that Jimmy James was here, that I rode with him, we went to a robbery up in Harmony, and we pulled around back with no lights on. He got out, watched the back door. When I went up to the front, I encountered a gunman. So there's all kinds of things to learn, and just want to learn. And if you have a problem with anything going on in the community or the PD, go to your sergeant. But don't say anything in Discord about, like, if it's a complaint or something you're worried about. Go to a sergeant. Okay? They don't like mud being slung on the Discord, and I can understand that. I'll never do that. I've never done that. I did it at another community, not realizing I was doing it. They were going to take it that way, that they thought I was slinging mud. I wasn't, and I apologized for it, and I tried to explain myself, but yeah, so just don't sling mud. Okay. You know, you're right, and I've brought things up that aren't PD, and I've noticed it. I'm like, I go back and I delete it. I go back and delete stuff that I talk about there. I try to keep it about the PD, and what things I never do when I go into the Discord is I never call anyone any names. I don't talk negatively about people. I try to be positive when I'm on. And I try to keep everybody that's having a problem, like the cadets have already asked if I can make an academy and have it count towards FTO time, because I'm going to teach them. If I teach people a lot of stuff, it'll probably take about a good 12 hours over 3 days to teach what everyone needs to know, and it'll be 12 hours there, and then go do like 6 hours with an FTO, and all that stuff that you learned in the academy. Now you know to apply out on patrol, and the FTO can expect you to be familiar with it. You know what I mean? But that's not happening yet. I've asked for it, but I don't know what'll happen. It'll probably get shot down, but it is what it is. So, all right, Andrew, I'm good. So I'm gonna go into the MDT now. And I'm going to... He didn't respond to you, correct? So can I put it in there for him? You rode with him? Oh, he did it already. Yeah, but he had recognized that he didn't do it because he says he doesn't use the MDT. All right, I'll go ahead and do it then. I'll do it. Yeah. All right, so I'll just put 1 hour 15 minutes. But I'm going to use it. I'm going to use minutes. I'm going to use 75 minutes. Okay, good. In the MDT, 75 minutes. Keys. All right, now you show 12 hours now. Okay. All right. Now, do you know who your sergeant is? Oh, you're in platoon 2, so your sergeants are. Let me check the sheet right now. In fact, let me tell you who you can go to. Okay. So. Yeah, I'll give you the link right now. All right, that's the link to the roster. Okay, so you're in platoon 2. Your sergeants are. Bambi is your sergeant. You're on permission. Okay, that's all right. Okay, then. All right. Yeah, your sergeants are Ivan Krav and Bambi. Yeah, just go to Bambi. Go to Sergeant McMurphy, and let them know. Now, who was it a couple nights ago? That was Rose. Did Rose get probationary? I don't see him here. Probationary. They did get probationary. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, very good. Very good. I'm gonna talk to. I'll just. I'll message Lieutenant Clark. Bravo 61 already. Holy crap, man. Yeah, Bambi and Ivan. Go to Bambi and McMurphy, Sergeant McMurphy, and I'll type to you what to tell her. Okay, I'll type it to you right now. Are you in Discord right now? Okay, let me see. To Bravo 55. All right, I'm going to message you right now what to say. Okay. Right there. Copy and paste that to Sergeant McMurphy. Okay. I'll find it. I'll find it. I got it here. If you do, yeah. Okay, Sergeant McMurphy's on the, she's on her phone right now. She's on Discord on her phone. Okay. She'll likely respond back. I don't know what she'll say, but we'll see what happens. You know what time it is, right? It's time to get in division and keep kicking ass. Enough of this boring discussion stuff. Let's get our guns, right? Alright. Okay, so say, thank you, Sergeant. Thank you for the information, Sergeant. Very good. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. To get off of Discord. I have a TeamSpeak. Let me give it to you, okay? Okay. See you there. Okay.